Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
Watch, activist shows power of Fifth Amendment, owns cops by choosing to remain silent. Witness the power of remaining silent as a First Amendment activist is threatened to be kidnapped and ID'd by any means necessary and walks free after flexing his rights. By Jack Burns, January 30, 2018. Philip Turner has made a name for himself as a First Amendment activist. As TFTP has reported, Turner won a landmark decision at the U.S. Court of Appeals, Fifth Circuit, effectively securing the rights of all citizens in LA, MS, and TX to film police in the course of their normal duties. But some police departments, specifically Austin PD, Lamplight Village Substation, still don't get it and continue not only to infringe on citizens' rights but break the law in doing so. In a recent upload to his YouTube channel, Turner recorded himself sitting at a picnic table on public property outside Lamplight Village PD headquarters. Predictably, police officers soon arrived and began questioning the videographer and demanded he identify himself. In customary fashion, Turner remained silent and refused to answer any of the officers' questions. He knew they would ask for his ID and would likely illegally search him to obtain his identification. Therefore, he did not carry his driver's license or wallet with him. "If I'm not doing anything wrong, then there's no reason for you to be here. Texas is not a stop and ID state, is it?" Turner repeatedly asked for the police officers to cite the penal code which allowed them to stop and ID him. They refused to answer, likely because they did not know the very law they were sworn to uphold. Turner said, "Advertisement. You know you're violating my Fourth Amendment rights. Texas is not a stop and ID state." Not having an ID and refusing to answer their questions seemed to infuriate the officers, who insisted they knew the law better than he did and that by any means necessary they would ID him, search his name for outstanding warrants, and possibly arrest him or let him go. They placed the activist in handcuffs and seated him in the back of a squad car. Turner repeatedly asked the officers if Texas was a stop and ID state. "It's not." He knew it wasn't, but he wanted to have their responses on video. One overconfidently incompetent officer, unidentified, ordered his fellow officers to handcuff him and place him in the car. He quite confidently informed Turner that he had been a police officer a lot longer than Turner had been an activist. Unfortunately for the officers, they were dealing with a professional. Turner has uploaded several videos instructing citizens how to deal with police without cooperating with their procedures, which often trap people into incriminating themselves. Turner expressed that he was remaining silent and exercising his Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. For amateurs, the temptation to help the police just do their jobs often gets them in trouble with the law. The Constitution is clear. Simply because a police officer makes contact with a citizen does not obligate that person to speak to them. The commanding officer promised, "You will not be released until we identify you." But he was wrong. They did release him. After not getting their way, officers Tripp and Smith were forced to release Turner, although they promised to file a suspicious person conducting suspicious activity whose name could only be identified as John Doe. Is that not what most people want? Do they simply want to go on their way, free to exercise their liberties, to walk where they wish, film what they wish, and not be interrupted by police officers who seem paranoid someone may be watching them do their jobs? It's called accountability. Police officers are accountable to the public and the citizens, and part of that accountability is not making contact with people who simply do not want to talk with them, nor harass, handcuff, and detain entirely innocent people who have committed no crime. Once again, Philip Turner has instructed citizens everywhere how to remain silent, be uncooperative, and be set free when officers do illegally detain them, place them in handcuffs, and threaten them with arrest. Unfortunately for the Austin PD, they were sued for their actions. Turner reportedly received a check in the amount of $5,500 for being illegally detained. Turner does not do it for the money. It is about freedom, the First Amendment, and citizens' rights to film in public. These First Amendment audits will not end until police are properly trained and respect not only citizens' constitutional rights but also their rights not to be approached by police.
Sir, how are you? I'm Officer Tripp. I'm with Austin Police. This is Officer Smith.
How's it going?
What's going on today?
Can you talk or you just don't want to talk? The reason we're out on you is you caused kind of a scare up here, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. So you videotaping for a reason or what's going on? You don't want to talk to us at all, or you just want to videotape? Videotaping us is fine. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. We don't have this happen every day, so.
Okay, let's go ahead and ID this gentleman.
Do you have an ID on you at all? Sir, listen. We're trying to cooperate with you, okay? But you gotta cooperate with us. You can videotape all you want, but you're being suspicious right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on. So if you have an ID with you, that'd be fine. We'd love for you to give it to us so we can find out what's going on.
This is the spot where I was illegally detained by Austin PD, Lamplight Village substation. And since then, they put up this cover run alongside of the fence here. And it's gonna outline all along the PD.
Hey, sir,
Am I doing anything illegal?
yes, based on
What am I doing that's illegal?
But based on your suspicious activity, we're going to go ahead and ID you. If you have no warrants or anything like that, we're going to go ahead and wish you a good day, and we're going to be on our way.
Am I under arrest?
No, you're not under arrest, but you are being detained. There's no two ways about it.
All right, well, if I'm being detained, y'all can go ahead and do your investigation, but I'm just going to stay here and
That's fine.
exercise my Fifth Amendment right. Just sit here, and if I'm not doing anything wrong, then there's no reason for y'all to be here.
We're going to go ahead and ID you one way or the other. It's up to you.
What do you mean one way or the other?
Pardon me?
What do you mean one way or the other?
One way or the other. If we have to take you downtown and fingerprint you, we'll do that. You're being detained for investigative purposes right now. Believe me, I know the law better than you. So you can film all you want. You can set it up however you want. We're going to ID you. But until we do that, you're not free to go.
Texas is not a stop and ID state, is it?
Guys, go ahead and frisk this gentleman. Make sure that he doesn't have any weapons on him.
I have no weapons, and I do not consent to
Go ahead and
searches.
frisk him, like I said. Make sure he has no weapons on him.
I don't consent to
And
searches.
he can either provide us his information willingly, or we can do it through the ID section downtown.
You have any
Under
weapons on you at
what
all?
gives you the authority to do that?
Go ahead and get this done, guys. I'm not
Go
going
ahead
to
and
argue
stand
with
up
this
for
guy.
You're violating my Fourth Amendment. You know that, right?
Stand up.
You do
Stand
what
up
you
for
need
us.
to do, and we'll do what we need to do, buddy.
Cell phone.
Yep.
You have a wallet on you? An ID at all?
I'm not answering any more questions unless I'm being under arrest.
You're being detained, which means
Okay.
you.
If he has an ID, we have
We
every
don't have an
right
ID at all.
to. We have every right to look at it. It's not an issue, guys.
Well, put it on the back of you. There.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Set it right here so it doesn't interfere with your camera, okay? You're filming this, and so are we. So we have two separate angles. You're
All
good
right.
to go.
Relax.
Am I good?
You don't have an ID on you, so what's your? Let me get pen and paper here. You from Austin originally?
I'm not answering any questions.
When you're stopped by reasonable suspicion by peace officers in the state of
can I have a
Texas,
sit here?
No, you can stand there for a second until we're finished. When you're stopped by police officers in the state of Texas for reasonable suspicion, you're required to give minimal identifying information, that being your name and your date of birth. So we'll start there.
Well, what pinnacle is that?
I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm just asking.
If he doesn't want to do it, go ahead and put him in handcuffs, and we can do it until we find him on the system. That's the way it goes. Suspicious people, suspicious places, suspicious circumstances. The Code of Criminal Procedure gives us that authority. I've been doing this a lot longer than you've been doing that. So we can go one way or the other. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to get in a debate with you. I know that this makes great fodder on YouTube. I know that it's wonderful to post your videos, and it seems like, oh my God, the sky's crashing down, Big Brother and all that. but we're simply trying to do our jobs. We're going to do that with or without your cooperation. So how we proceed from here is 100% up to you. How do you want to do it?
Am I doing anything wrong? It's just a question. It's just a question.
Set that down.
Yeah.
I know this isn't going
Now
the way
you're
you thought
violating
it
my
was
First
gonna
Amendment
go.
right.
I know it's not the way you thought it was going to
This
go.
is not how it's supposed to go.
Okay, don't.
That cover all the way around the PD here. And this is new.
You're arresting me, right?
No, you're not under arrest. You're being detained. Investigatively detained. If you'd like, I can explain the difference to you.
Texas is not a stop and ID state.
Okay, thanks for telling me the law. Now let me tell you what's going to happen. We're going to detain you until we have been able to properly identify you. If we're able to properly identify you and there's no warrants or any other reason to hold you, we'll cut you loose, as is our prerogative, as is held by the state of Texas law, the United States Constitution, and, by the way, Austin Police Department policy and procedures. Now, how we proceed, again, I'm going to put it to you. It's up to you. You can either willingly give us your name and date of birth, or you can continue to take this stand that you're taking, which will do you no good other than delaying your freedom to go. So tell me again, do you want to give us your name and date of birth, or do you want us to detain you further until we can specifically identify you and make sure that there is nothing more to this than what meets the eye?
Am I under arrest?
You are being detained. Okay. I've said it again. If you want me to get closer to the camera so I could say it into the speaker, I'll do that. However, I think it's been made clear to you that you're being detained for investigative purposes. You will not be released until we can positively identify you. Does that sound like it's clear now? Whether you agree with it or not, are you understanding what I'm saying to you?
You should be familiar with Penal Code 3802. You should be familiar with that.
I appreciate you telling me what I should and should not do.
Okay.
But here's what we're going to do. Have him sit in the back of the car, and let's go ahead and figure out who he is. Once we do that, we'll go from there.
Step over here.
Can I hold on to it or no?
No, we're going to go ahead and hold on to it. It's still filming.
This car is
filming. You'll be filmed in the car as well. Sir, all right, I just want to ask you one more time. Your name and your date of birth. Will you please give us that? Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to document this entire stop in a report. It's also documented on our digital mobile audio video. I'm quite aware that you have it documented on your personal camera. We're going to write a report. We're happy to give you the case number. If you'd like to buy a copy of the report, it'll be available to you at any police facility or online for that matter. We're then going to release you from the scene. You're not going to cooperate with us. We're going to have to put you down on our report as unknown or John Doe, whatever you choose, whatever you prefer. And from there, you'll be cut loose.
You go ahead, relax.
Seen your channel before on YouTube.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this.
oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
Thank you.
My name's Daniel.
Philip.
Philip, nice to meet you. So you still live here in Austin? Or?
I'm up north now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so I watch News Now Houston. It's kind of hard to say the other one, the San Antonio SAA TX Perez.
SAXT Perez?
Yeah, that's it.
That guy?
Right there.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're good guys there. There's a lot of others. I just like PNP News that I watch. And I see you came prepared.
Yeah. They got the tarp or whatever out of the gate, so I'm just gonna send a drone up in the air.
Okay.
Just got through from doing Round Rock, and they were good. They were cool.
Wasn't you here before and they confronted you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that video on that one right there. I'm on it all the time, trust me. Thinking about doing it myself, but got to have money and a little bit extra time.
Yeah.
Guys, them cameras are not cheap.
Oh no, they're not. They're not at all. I'm actually trying to do this before I go to work. So
are you?
Yeah, I got work at 6. So.
Okay. Well, let's hope it all goes good for you.
I hope so.
Yeah, but hey, man, keep up the good work.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hey, you have a card?
You know, that's one thing I don't have right now.
Okay, you'll get up to it, but I'll see you out here again.
All right, man. Take care.
Have a good day.
You too.
Somehow, you have to learn to trust a feeling, trust a feeling, trust a feeling, trust a feeling, trust a feeling.
County. This is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Sheriff County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me and I'm sick of it, so I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, And that was every month. Oh my God. Yes, I could quit. I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now. You know, $1 a day. I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head. Help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.